And Senator, I want to move to voting rights. You heard that piece. I went down to Texas. You heard what the nonpartisan election official said. This is a canary in the coal mine for the midterms. Do you agree with that?
Well, every state will put in place its own voting systems, their election systems. That is a state's right. We should not be federalizing our election system as the Democrats had attempted to do. I am an expert when it comes to Iowa elections. I did serve as a commissioner of elections. And I can tell you even Iowa has been targeted by the left because they have changed their voter laws. But I will also say that even with those changes in our law, our voting election systems are much more liberal than President Joe Biden's home state of Delaware, as well as Democratic Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's home state of New York. So I think we need to look at the systems as a whole and support our voters. Yes, absolutely.
Let's talk about Iowa and your state.
Let's talk about Iowa as a whole.
Let's talk about Iowa.
Support our voters. Yes, absolutely.
Let's talk about Iowa and your state. According to the Brennan Center, which enacted laws at the 19 states which enacted laws that make it harder to vote, in Iowa that includes significantly shortening the early voting period and closing voting sites an hour earlier. How do those changes make voting any more secure?
Well, it is the same level of security. What I would say is we still have 3 weeks of early voting before our elections day, which is far more liberal than the state of New York. So I would love to see the Brennan Center actually focus on New York. I think they only have 15 days of early voting. So it's still 3 weeks
why shorten
to
it?
go
Why
in
shorten what you already
vote.
had?
It's still 3 weeks
why shorten
to
it?
go
Why
in
shorten what
and
you already
vote.
had?